I love to walk the beach early in the morning. It's such a peaceful time of day. I love to walk in the sand, sometimes walk in the water. Just hearing the waves of the water is very restorative. This is the best part of the day.
Wind in her hair, the smell of salty sea air, and golden sunrises draw Sheila Rogers to the beach on mornings like this. An avid beachcomber, she's searched for seashells by the seashore her entire life, or at least she used to, until something else caught her attention.
It's the one thing that stands out among nature and how beautiful it is out here. And then you start noticing these bright colors of plastic items. It's very disturbing. A lot of people ask me what I'm doing. I guess it looks strange for someone to be walking along picking up plastic trash.
Well, you know what they say about one man's trash, and a bag full of the stuff is exactly what Sheila treasures. Everything she does starts with these assorted bottle caps, lids, straws, and containers. And when she trucks them back to her Corpus Christi studio, that's when the real work begins.
I've picked up thousands of pieces, and each little piece I have picked up off the beach. I take it home, clean it with the toothbrush in my kitchen, and then place it in the boxes. I've brought back over the 4-year time period probably 100 garbage bags of trash.
Sheila scrubs and sorts every single piece by hand. It's tedious, time-consuming work, but it all pays off in the end. With little more than a toothbrush and time, her beachside bounty becomes beautiful art.
I like to do abstract contemporary art, and the various shapes of the pieces are very interesting to me, and the combination of putting the rectangles and the circles together, it's very artistically appealing to me.
The art series Oceans of Plastic by Sheila Rogers explores color, shape, and texture. She packs thousands of little plastic pieces into each clear box, one object at a time. They form a surface meant for the eyes to explore and for the mind to ponder. This art is a social message in monochrome.
I don't think people have had a clue about where these items were ending up, and I learned how toxic plastic is and how the plastic pollution really affects our oceans. Plastic does not biodegrade, and it sinks to the bottom of the oceans, and the little plankton on the bottom of the oceans, they think it's food, and so they, take that in. And then the next thing up the food chain that eats the plankton, it's in their systems too. And all the way up the food chain until our dinner plates, the seafood that we eat. So you can say that it comes from us back to us.
As Sheila got more involved in her art, she learned more and more about the plastic peril floating in our oceans. She also found others who share her concerns, and they've started using Sheila's art to educate the public. Her message has hit the road on tour. First stop, the Texas State Aquarium.
Guess where I found these things? I found them on the beach. And many, many days I picked up all of this plastic off the beaches. I plan for my exhibit to travel to many communities, even overseas, to bring awareness to plastic pollution in the oceans. I think art can be a very powerful way to bring attention to a situation like this.
Sheila's message takes on new life surrounded by a flood of aquatic beauty. From sharks to squids to seaweed, each creature lives in a careful balance with its environment, and none of them were meant to live in an ocean of plastic.
Seabirds, sea lions, whales even have been discovered to have an enormous amount of plastic in their stomachs, which ends up killing them. It's very overwhelming. We have very small beaches in Corpus Christi, just right off Ocean Drive, and thinking about the amount that I've collected multiplied all over the world, you can see how serious the problem is.
Stare at this collection long enough, and you'll soon see the power of one. One bottle, one lid, one toy carelessly tossed aside, and we are quickly drowning in plastic. But Sheila Rogers sees the way out, and it also starts with one. One artist committed to inspiring change in others.
I'm one person, someone else is an additional person, and so I'm very optimistic that we can do something about the pollution. Joseph Campbell once said that everyone should look for their bliss, and I guess I have found my bliss. My passion has become my mission in life, and I feel so fortunate that I have found something that I can leave a mark on my time here on Earth. And I'm sure that I'll continue picking up plastic and making art out of it from now on.